the diabetic
Yo,
process,
yo,
and
yo,
the
good people, it's
herbs.
your homie Herb Man busting you back upside the head with another hot banger boogie. So we were talking about metabolism and we're talking about how to really save the pancreas, how to really keep high glucose levels from our bloodstream, all right? And so one of the main things or the process that we need to understand is what happens before we're deemed pre-diabetic or diabetic, okay? And one of the things that happen before you are determined that is that you have high insulin levels, all right? So I know we go to the doctor, we may ask for our blood glucose levels, but we rarely ask for the insulin levels, all right? So we want to make sure that we're asking the doctors to give us a accurate insulin level test so that we'll know exactly where we are with our insulin levels. A lot of times when your blood glucose levels are low, it's because you're probably having high insulin to keep that sugar low, okay? But the balancing act, once that's broken, before hyperinsulinemia is considered to be called metabolic syndrome or metabolic disorder, okay? And this is just a slew of different factors that have to take place in order for you to be deemed to have some type of metabolic syndrome, whether that be low HDL cholesterol count, or whether that be high blood sugar levels, or whether that be high blood pressure, whether that be high triglycerides, just a few different factors that will deem you to have metabolic syndrome, okay? So that's the precursor before hyperinsulinemia. Hyperinsulinemia is the precursor before being pre-diabetic and diabetic. So there are different herbs for different steps in that process, okay? So if we're just dealing with the metabolic syndrome, or if we're just dealing with a metabolism issue right now, and it hasn't gotten to a hyperinsulinemia state, maybe we're dealing with high blood sugar levels and all this type of stuff, then I would recommend you guys look at bitter melon, okay? Bitter melon or either bitter gourd, all right? And this herb is going to be very good for the metabolism, all right, and the metabolic syndrome, and trying to really help the body rebalance itself, okay? Now, if you're dealing with hyperinsulinemia, this is where you're walking around with high insulin levels and you don't even really know it, which is the precursor to diabetes, then Gymnema sylvestre. All right, Gymnema sylvestre. I don't know if you guys can see that, but just do your research. All right, Gymnema leaf. All right, it's going to be very good for the hyperinsulinemic state that you may be in. Now, if you've come down with diabetes or something like that, then you may want to go with no